This Sunday is the 28th Sunday in Ordinary Time Year B. This Sunday's first reading is from the Book of Wisdom. We spoke about the Book of Wisdom on the 13th Sunday of Ordinary Time this year. The Book of Wisdom was one of the last books of the Old Testament to have been written, probably by the Jewish community in Alexandria in Egypt, and possibly after Jesus was born. In this Sunday's reading from the Book of Wisdom, we hear someone referring to themselves. For example, we hear, "I prayed and wisdom was given to me." The person saying these things, the author's protagonist here, is King Solomon, traditionally believed to have been the son of King David and to have ruled Israel and Judah before the separation of the kingdoms in the period about 970 to 930 years before Jesus. The second reading this Sunday is from the letter to the Hebrews, the second of 5 in a row. Traditionally believed to have been written by Paul the Apostle to Jewish Christians living in Jerusalem, it's now believed to have been written by someone else in a similar style to that of Paul, perhaps in the year 63 or 64. In the Gospel this Sunday, from Mark, we hear Jesus talk about the difficulty of getting a camel through the eye of a needle. At some stage in history, a theory arose that the eye of the needle was the name of a gate in the wall around Jerusalem, and that Jesus was referring to the difficulty of getting a camel through that gate. Difficult, but not impossible, perhaps if a camel driver removed all goods from the camel and got the camel to breathe in before passing through. But there's no evidence that that is what Jesus meant. There is no evidence that there was ever a gate by that name at the time of Jesus. And the reference to the eye of a needle is made in all three synoptic gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. The reference is to the eye of a needle, not to the eye of the needle. Matthew and Mark originally used the Greek word referring to a tailor's needle, and Luke used the Greek word that refers to a surgeon's needle. Traditional belief at the time of Jesus was that closeness to God would bring material riches on earth, and that the two went hand in hand. What we hear in the Book of Wisdom this Sunday and in the Gospel is that wisdom and closeness to God has nothing to do with material riches on earth.